20 seconds. 20 seconds is where we cut this in usually. Yeah, I'm so far off. I'm gonna take a moment and adjust this, people. Went into this one blind. We did not do any. No volume for your headphones? You should now. All right. What do you got? Nothing?
Nothing in my headphones now.
Really?
Yeah.
I forget which channel you are. Did you plug in?
Oh, yeah, I'm plugged in. I hear something now. Yeah.
You sure?
Yep.
All right,
Okay, I'm
man.
good.
Awesome.
Yep.
So we're a man down today, people. That's why you're seeing a web page. We usually where you see double A.
Mm-hmm.
We got the web page up. Antisocialexp.com. Actually, I'll run this mouse over here.
Your mic does sound a little low, though.
Low?
Okay, yeah, you got to get up on it.
Yeah.
Can you bump my headphones up some?
Headphones up. You're maxed out, man.
I'm
If you have a
maxed.
volume control, turn them up.
I do not, no.
You don't?
Mm-mm. No, I don't.
How can I raise the volume overall? Give me a sec.
Sure.
You want mics up so you can hear each other better?
I don't know. I don't know if you want to mess with the levels, but...
Yeah, because if I do that...
Oh, wait, it might be my cord, because it just got better.
Okay.
Yeah, yep, it's my cord, my bad.
All right, man.
Yep.
You too loud now?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
All right.
Yeah.
Antisocialexperience.com. That's the website you're seeing there. And then we also have up the Facebook page, which is here. Episode 50, dude.
Number 50.
On Veterans Day, but not official Veterans Day, but not the observed Veterans Day.
Oh, real quick note. Since Aaron's not here, Nick's going to try and keep an eye on the chat.
Yeah,
but
I'm good. I'm going to try, people.
Try.
I'm going to try. Don't hate me if I don't. I will eventually notice your comment. And because we don't have double A here, I'm taking our gain back to the normal slots. And that should be it. Okay. Today's show, man. I didn't really know what to talk about, but I found it maybe kind of sort of fitting. Being Veterans Day, we would remember some people.
Okay.
Talk about some people, those still with us, those gone.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have any family members in the military? Anybody that served?
Yeah, like my dad's side of the family were like all veterans pretty much, like all the dudes.
Right.
Yeah.
My dad, my uncle, and their brother who passed away, they were all in the Army.
Yeah.
I have pictures of it.
Well, I don't know. It's weird, though, because like we had that kind of thing going, but then like nobody in my generation on that side of the family went.
Right.
So my generation broke the tradition.
Yeah, I never had an interest in going myself to the military, but dude, like kudos to all who do, because that takes some serious stones, I think.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't do it. I remember at one point I had to register for the
Selective service.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was scary as hell, dude.
It didn't
Like
bother me.
even walking in, where did you turn in? The post office?
I think I did it through the mail.
Or yeah, it was through the mail. I don't know. I remember
or at school, maybe. I might have done it at school. Not sure when.
I think.
Or how.
Can you get the forms from the post office? Maybe?
I don't know.
I
I do not remember.
I remember when I had that paperwork though. This was years ago, and I was just like, "Fuck," thinking like, "What's next?" Like Desert Storm 3, 4.
Well, at that time it would have been Desert Storm 2 for you, right? Wait, how?
98.
Yeah, we hadn't done Desert Storm 2 yet.
Right.
Yeah.
So what's coming? Am I gonna get?
Well, you could. Yeah.
Yeah,
don't know.
I could have went, but thankfully,
no,
I did not.
Well, no, well, speaking, since we're talking about the military anyway, like one of the reasons, like our military is generally considered a little bit better too, is we're an all volunteer force. So you get people that want to go. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's, and unless you've ever met somebody, that's something you may not think exists.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we weren't in a time of like a crazy time of war where they were just drafting people, like what, the Civil War?
Well, I mean, the last time was Vietnam when there was, a draft.
Well, yeah, but which one, was it the Civil War when people were being drafted? Like a lot of people were to fight that?
I imagine, yeah.
Yeah. And then, like you said, Vietnam.
Yeah.
I don't know about
World War II, yeah, they had drafts during like World War I and World War II, I believe.
And that never happened with Gulf War II and Afghanistan that
they weren't,
I know of.
They weren't as large scale as like conflicts either.
No, not even close. Let me find out.
Well, because like
over here,
like modern day conflicts, our like technology was so far ahead that like we didn't need to like that as much manpower,
What's that? Modern day?
Modern day,
Yeah.
yeah. Like we just
Well,
like
no,
come
we have
come
some.
80s and 90s, we just didn't need as many people because we could supplement that with like our advanced tech.
Yeah,
Yeah.
technology and weaponry,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know that. I don't know how people do it. On my stepdad's side of the family, I had two cousins,
Mhm.
Mike and Dave, and these guys, they enlisted. They were Marines, both of them,
Mm.
and I believe the older one of the two
Oh.
brothers, he
My girlfriend's family too. Like you can't swing a dead cat without finding a Marine there.
right,
Yeah. So yeah.
and I believe he was a sheriff.
Or someone in the Air Force or National Guard too. Like yeah.
Like they kept like when they would get out, they would take and re-enlist like to go.
Yeah, they'd re up their contract.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like and
It was for them.
career.
You know, it was like some people go. Well, nice thing if you go career, like you figure it's about 20 years and you're done, and then you retire.
Right.
Yeah, like
I mean, you got to make it though.
you got to make it. Yeah, but
You know, and unless something crazy's going on,
yeah.
chances are good, I would say.
Well, even if you look at like once again modern day conflicts, our casualty rate is extremely low compared to like others. You know.
If you were going to be, whether you enlisted, okay, or you were drafted and had to go, if you were going to fight, would you want to do it in today's military, in a war today, or like Civil War style, or what era would you want? Today?
Today, yeah. Or if we can pick future, like, you know.
Or future tech?
Well, it depends, because future tech could make it like better and cleaner and whatever, or it could make it like Warhammer 40K.
Right.
So it all depends. But
when
like,
we all got some
I think I'd take-
Predator suits that make us
so
invisible.
Today or the future, yeah, for sure. I don't want to get like gangrene and like, you know, all
No,
that. Yeah, like have to worry about scurvy and all. You know.
Could you imagine that though? All the just like having to reload with the
Oh, like a muzzle loader. Yeah.
Yeah, you're fighting war with a muzzle loader.
Yeah.
Excuse me 1 second, people.
Yeah,
I gotta
dude.
get a phone cord here.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, having to. I think like what the like as like even like the fastest people, it's like maybe like 2 or 3 shots a minute. Like
Yeah.
yeah, like,
Yeah, you're not
Yeah.
not doing rapid fire or anything.
no.
Rapid fire is not a thing.
Yeah, does not.
Could you even imagine now? Did they make a gun in today's world? Today's world that is what do you want to call it? Semi-automatic but shoots muzzle, like musket balls.
I have no idea. I'm
That'd
not
be-
too big.
that-
I'm not.
yeah.
I
I'm
don't.
not a
I
gun
know
nut.
about guns, but I'm not like a gun nut.
Yeah, I'm not a
Yes.
gun nut, so I
Yeah.
wouldn't actually know about that.
Yeah.
But that would be a musket ball coming at you. Whoo, watch out.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think you're calling it right. Like today's military or future for
Yeah.
chances of survival.
Yeah,
Cleaner war.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely,
Yeah.
I'm definitely not going to do like the War of 1812 or
No.
any. No,
No.
Civil War. Hell no.
No.
Those guys, they were savages.
Yeah. Oh, you can go back even further when we were fighting with like swords and sticks and shit. You know. Yeah, those are
Horseback, bows and arrows.
Yeah. The Mongols. You know. Yeah, man.
I don't think that's a particular time period for me.
No. No, I'm good today.
I'm gonna say 100% no.
Yeah. I'm okay with it today.
What do you think it is that draws people in? That because to me, the prospect of enlisting or signing up to even Air Force, Army Reserve,
Mhm.
Marines, National Guard, name your branch.
Okay.
It's all scary as hell. Because like if something would actually happen, or
Yeah.
what do you think it is that draws people in?
I think it's a lot of different reasons. I don't think it's any one thing.
Right,
It
yeah, it's
varies
not.
from person to person.
I mean, I know
for some people it could be as simple as like, oh, they had a $20,000 sign-on bonus, so I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
and they got a break on that.
yeah. Or college. I know a lot of people like, but like they're still doing it for like the structure, the discipline, and like it looking good. I know those reasons come up.
Well, it
Yeah.
looks great on your record.
Mm-hmm.
It does do that. You get a discount in
as long
some
as
places.
it looks great as long as you have like an honorary discharge or like a general discharge or like a medical. As long as you have like a good discharge,
Right.
it looks good. But if you have a bad discharge, it hurts you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing. If you hugely underestimate it and get in there and you're like, fuck this, and
Mm-hmm.
you can get real consequences. Like if you do something or leave,
Mm-hmm.
like leave the military, you know what I mean? Like, what is
AWOL?
not AWOL, but what like reasons to take a? I don't know a lot about it, but reasons they would court martial you.
I think you're thinking AWOL.
AWOL.
Away without leave. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but just go in and quit, like, and take off. People have done that. Can't you get in trouble for that?
Yeah,
Like,
you're
deserting?
considered. Well, you're considered AWOL. They just like, well, you're away without leave. We didn't give you leave, and you're not here. So like,
Right.
we're gonna come and put you in the brig.
Right. So
but-
that's you can get in real
Yeah,
world trouble.
But you can also too. There are like, even if you're in there and like you're like, okay, this is not for me. Like, there are still ways to get out through proper channels. They're like separation. Like, they call it like some kind of separation. But yeah, like you can. It's like a long process, and they try and talk you out of it. But there's still ways to get out too. It's not like you're locked in.
Right.
It's just not easy to get out.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I knew it wasn't for me, and I always hoped that I would never get drafted. And I think I'm beyond the age. Of
Yeah,
course,
you too.
if the world gets nuts.
Well, usually too, when there's a draft, like,
yeah.
I mean, if I remember correctly, I think even in Vietnam they did it where like they'll give you a medical exam first, and if you're not medically fit, you're not going.
True.
Yeah.
True. Wow.
So-
I smoked a lot, but I was gonna say I was a lot more fit at age 18 than I am
Yeah,
now.
most people are. Yeah.
You know, just the way the world goes.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. I never understood it when my cousins
Mm-hmm.
on my stepdad's side
There's,
just
like I said, there's lots of reasons you don't know. Some people they do, like some people it literally just is like the Call of Duty or whatever, you know. Like for some people it's just
Yeah,
that.
that's their thing.
Many different reasons, man.
and they like I know the
A
initial,
lot of people want to test themselves.
that
I know
too.
people do it for that reason. Like, yep.
Some people I think get hooked on the lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Like you get I
Yeah.
mean there's a lot of good things about it.
Yeah.
But when shit goes down,
Well, you gotta.
yeah, shit goes down.
Yeah.
Not that can't happen in the real world either. But dude, you get knowledge, you can get schooling, great job, career, you're going to see the world more than likely.
Yeah. As long as you do it right, it's definitely a leg up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still not enough draw to pull me in, man.
Well, it's not for everybody.
No.
That's for sure.
No. I think I am in the chat monitoring it, people, if there is anybody there.
Okay. So. Oh, that's me. My bad. I didn't silence.
I'm like, wow, new
It's probably
noise.
my.
New noise.
Yeah. It's,
All right. Well, I tried to
sorry, everybody.
get some people to share this out.
Yeah.
So hopefully,
Aaron shared it out.
did he?
Yeah.
Nice.
That was him saying that.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know. Like it's always seemed interesting. I just never, and I thought about it multiple times from age 18 on up till when I was still eligible to
Mm-hmm. I think. What is it? Because I did look into it a couple times.
35,
No.
31.
Like I think a draft can go in, like the selective service might be able to go until 35, but like if you just want to sign up, it's like 29 for it's like 28 for like an officer and like 29 for like a thing. But you can always get a waiver too. Like you can have somebody write you a waiver and get around that too. It's not like it's a hard set rule.
Between the ages of 18 and 25 on the draft.
Oh,
Or
25
that's
on the
required to
draft.
register.
Yeah.
What would you call it? Max age for
No, just put Army and like Army requirements. And that should just be close enough.
wire.
It's it should be like, well, because if you're going enlisted too, you don't have to be a U.S. citizen necessarily either. You can like get in and they can help you get your citizenship.
Boy, they don't have anything just laid out. The little paragraph that always comes up when you Google anything.
Basically it's the ages like 17 to 30.
Yeah, 17 is where it starts.
Yeah,
17 and 39. That's the ages you got to be between.
39 for what?
This is the Air Force.
Oh.
17 and 35 for the Army.
Okay.
17 and 27 for the Coast Guard.
Oh, the Marines I think is 17 to 29.
17 to 28 for the Marines.
28 for it's okay.
And you also pass the Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Battery Test.
The ASVAB.
AFQT score of 32 minimum.
Yeah, that's
And-
not hard.
I don't know anything about it.
I took the ASVAB in high school, and they were like, "Yeah, you can do any job," and I was like, "Sweet." And then once again, when I was looking into it in my mid-20s, the guy gave me a practice test, and I got halfway through it, and he's like, "Just stop, you're fine." So
Just stop, you're fine.
yeah, so he literally came in like halfway. He's like, "Oh yeah, just stop. Yeah, you're gonna be okay." Well, I mean, like I got like a 99.6 in a college level trig course though. So like math, and I'm a welder too, so I'm mechanically able. So there's a mechanical portion of the test.
Not
so
this
like,
cat, man.
Like it actually was kind of a test tailor made for like all my skills. So
We'll go ahead and throw up the web page again. Another thing too, and I want to bring this up. It doesn't really have a place with Veterans Day, but it is a real thing. Is stolen valor.
Oh yeah.
People, if you're somebody out there doing that, trying to look cool, impress people, you're a piece of shit.
I think those people are a piece of shit. Some people, they should still take it off, but I think that some people are legitimately like mentally ill.
Yeah.
Who do it too.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of like, they shouldn't wear it, and it's just kind of a sad situation though. You know what I mean? Like I'm not like really angry at them.
No, but that's, I mean,
but like I saw one where it was, because I watch these, I think they're kind of funny
videos. Yeah, they are.
But I saw one with like, it was a kid like with like, he looked like an internet troll. He had like a pony, like his hair,
a stick up ponytail
and glasses, and he was like, he walked into like a Starbucks and was like, do you guys offer, like, he said it weird, like he said however he asked for the military discount, he didn't say it like somebody in the military would say it. And people in the military usually don't ask for a military discount unless they're buying like a computer. Then they do. They're like, but they're like, hey man, do you guys do it? I'm just asking. It's $1,000 computer, that could knock like $50 off, and I understand then.
Or they'll show their ID, their military ID.
Yeah, and then they show it.
Like, oh, okay, discount.
Yeah, sure,
ding.
Yeah, groovy. But no, usually they don't, unless it's like a big ticket item. They won't ask. But yeah, the kid, and then like,
wanted a discount on coffee?
The guy wanted a discount on coffee, and he was outside with like a sign like "Hungry Veteran, please help me out." And some guy came up and he took off the coat and he was like wearing like a Minecraft shirt. Those guys are pieces of shit.
Yeah.
And I like Minecraft.
I would like to think that there's people that were doing it for years, and most people that have been doing it for years get called out.
Yeah, I've seen like the ones that like people have been doing it for years. You see on like local news stories. Yeah, because they've built like up a persona around it locally and shit. Like
and they're pretty much the people that they're saying they're this or that, and then
a lot of it too with some of those guys, it's that they were in like the Navy, let's say,
right,
but they were like just like
dishonorably discharged,
or they were a mechanic, but they're like talk like they're a Navy SEAL,
right,
and that pisses off like Navy SEALs
or a weekend ward,
not they were reservists and
and they're talking like they're
a Navy SEAL,
first team in Afghanistan, and
that pisses off the real guys who do that shit,
right?
Even though you're in the military, they're still like no, like
What was my point there?
Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
The internet. There's some people that were doing it just like the martial arts experts.
Oh,
the people that go and fight in the woods in the tournaments.
You're talking what do they call what Joe Rogan calls them, McDojos?
Yeah, people that go and fight in the Kumite, the secret tournament in the woods, the Mortal Kombat.
That's in the same. Yeah, they're kind of the same thing.
And then the internet comes along and cancels out a lot of bullshit because you can start fact checking shit.
Same with stolen valor.
Yeah, and these are just people that didn't realize, like, hey, probably shouldn't do it anymore, and they're still doing it.
You're still doing it, man. Still trying to press on, but
no, I never understood them, and granted, I'm not mentally ill like to that extent.
Yeah,
maybe I am. Not to that. I'm saying maybe I'm.
Well, like I said, I'm pretty sure there's two camps: people who are just pieces of shit, and people who have like a legitimate issue.
Yeah. And also people that were in, but
and then like fudged it. Yeah.
I just trying to think about that.
I think maybe the same thing with those guys.
What?
Even the guys who are in and fudge it, like either they're just like a shitty person, or maybe like there was stress and like now they're thinking that way, or they have another mental issue that slipped through the cracks. They could be with them too.
Yeah, there's unknown factors.
Yeah,
just the fact of trying to think like that okay, I was never in the military, and say that I was.
Yeah,
dude, I would like just the implications of even saying that, thinking about all the people that have been in served, died.
Well, that's the thing too. If you say like you like apply for a job or like apply for a loan, and you check that box that says yes, I am a veteran, and you like lie about it,
Right.
then you are like federally liable, and you like will get fined or jail time if you use it to benefit. Yeah.
I don't know. I just couldn't see myself doing it.
Yeah.
And even for a job app, lying like that, or
No.
to impress women.
Oh,
or
pick up chicks. Yeah, I think that's probably the most common reason people would say
I
that.
think, yeah, that is why some people do it. Is they're
yeah, that's a good point.
yeah. There's just so much shit I've seen on the internet of guys that when they're called out on it, specifically those videos, some of that shit is crazy.
Oh yeah.
And what the craziest ones I've seen is whenever they like try the guy, whatever they're claiming they were in, and I don't know how to say like the military ranks and for their platoon or battalion or whatever.
The one that gets most people is to say, "What's your MOS?" That's like it's gonna be like a 2-digit number and like a letter, and that's like your job designation,
right?
And like your job designation, and you know what an MOS is if you're in the military,
right?
Like
And an actual soldier
you would know,
and you're like, what?
Instantly, yeah.
What? What's
like
that?
even if you like honestly, I'm not like trying to make like a grim dark joke, but even if you lost like a chunk of your brain, you'd probably still remember that.
Right.
Like,
yeah, I don't know what's up with them people, man, but
yeah,
there's all kinds out there. I just like I said, it didn't really have a place in Veterans Day, but it is a real thing, and
it ties in.
Yeah, it does a little. But I don't want to.
Well, I imagine a lot of veterans are pissed about it. So there you
go. I actually, and this is upcoming. It's going to be a bonus episode for this week. I am actually going to talk to a vet in the family, my pap, and he was in the Korean War. And I'm just going to sit down and do like 10, maybe 15 questions, have him say whatever he wants to about it. Like, not really going to press him on a whole lot. And it's just going to be like an audio-only episode. I know not going to do no video. I don't think he's down with the cameras. But,
and just you and him sit down.
Yeah, me and him sit down, talk. And I was going to upload it. So that is something anybody that wants to hear it, you can actually hear.
On our website when that's live.
Yeah.
When that goes up.
Yeah. On the audio version of the podcast, that'll be there. I am sitting down to do that tomorrow. I was going to do it this morning. Did not have enough time. Yeah. So I kind of want to talk to somebody because I don't think that was a thing back then, like the stolen valor.
Well,
in the Korean War times,
like we were saying though, before the internet, it probably existed, but no one was getting called out on it.
Right.
Yeah.
It wasn't a huge. Well, it probably, like you said, it did exist, but not.
And we're probably not going to know the extent.
No. Yeah. Never know the extent.
If it was like just a little bit, or
But another thing you kind of brought this up before the show today that I wanted to talk about is
Battlefield 5. No, I'm just messing.
Yeah, that too.
No, that too. We'll get to that.
That's actually the topic I'm on. Not
really?
Battlefield 5 specifically, but I've
World War II, because I'm a World War II buff.
I've met one or two people that were actually in the military, and they could see the training, the use of like video games for training, but they were kind of like,
okay. Like no real war happens like a video game. Like there are games like Arma, which are milsims that give you a better idea, but still not even close. Like
nowhere
it does
close.
Not like the flow of everything. And like, well, that's the thing too. Like what I've heard from a lot of like veterans and people who've been in that is that there's like the action, like there's when shit gets hairy, but other than that, it's just boring and like tense.
Yeah,
like, and it's just living with like day on day of like it being boring and tense. Like droning on you.
Yeah, my phone is.
So there are things that like, so it can probably help you with like understanding like crosshairs and aiming and stuff like that, and like leading targets. It can help you with stuff like that. It definitely helps you with like your reaction time and problem solving abilities and your hand-eye coordination. So all those 5 things, they're beneficial, but like, it's not like you can just plug in and turn into a super soldier.
No, well, I know, like I said, I met 2 people so far in my life that they don't like the video games. Like, war is not a fun thing.
No, that too, yeah.
And they're like, it shouldn't be, glamorized. And
I can see their point, yeah.
Yeah, I see the point too.
But okay, but then you also, so, and I'm only saying this, but like my counterpoint would be like movies.
Right.
Okay, are you going after movies with the same zeal?
No. They weren't.
Exactly.
And that's something that I brought up in a conversation like 10 or so years ago.
Because I like old war movies and stuff too.
Yeah.
Like I like A Bridge Too Far. Great movie, all-star cast. Like, I mean, it's like 5 hours long or something. I had to watch it in 3 sessions, but it's a good movie.
Never heard of. What is it? Bridge Too Long?
A Bridge Too Far. So,
Too
I mean,
Far.
we're talking like Sean Connery, Michael Caine, Robert Redford.
Wow.
We're talking like, and the list goes on, man.
I'm gonna jot a note
Yeah,
down
yeah,
right now.
like,
Bridge Too
It's a
Far.
World War II movie. It's about Operation Market Garden. Like I think at the time, I think it was like the largest paratrooper operation at the time, a joint operation between America, British, and I think like maybe Canadian and Polish. I'm not sure of the other one. And they paratrooped to 4 different bridges in Holland that they needed to capture to like make a corridor right into the heart of Germany. But it didn't. It was a bridge too far. They couldn't get that last one. So they ended up having to pull back.
Okay.
It ended up being but you know, it's it holds true to like real events. You know what I mean? Like it's a good flick. It's a really good
I'm
flick.
gonna check it out.
I recommend it.
I actually like war movies. I like some of the stuff whenever I can't remember the name of it. The Way Out, maybe. I don't know.
I never saw that one. No.
There was basically it's World War II. Like people had escaped from camps and they were
On their okay.
yeah. And then there's the one. Any movie like that where people are escaping and it's based on a true story and they tried to keep a lot of the facts true. I dig stuff like that.
Well, that's why like a lot of like 60s, a lot of like I think the golden age for it was like the 50s to the 70s of like war movies. Like a lot of them hold pretty true to actual events, especially World War II, because it's pretty well documented.
And there's some shit that's nuts. Like,
but then you hit the 80s and then it's Rambo.
Apocalypse Now.
Yeah, it's Rambo and all that shit. Yeah. So.
I mean, not saying shit like that wasn't happening.
I don't know about Rambo.
No, okay, not Rambo, but Apocalypse Now.
Yeah, some of that was. I mean, that's not like a real story, but like I mean, it's plausible.
Yes.
It's possible, but improbable.
What movie is it? Charlie Don't Surf. Is that Good Morning Vietnam?
Oh, I've never seen that. Yeah, I need. That's one of the movies I need
gotta
to
Google this because I don't think I'm gonna be anybody that will be listening will know.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Easy, Owen Wilson.
Who?
Owen, you just did an Owen Wilson. Wow.
Wow. Yeah. What is it? What movie are they claiming it to be? There is no actual movie titled that.
Yeah. Well, let's move on, man. Let's not.
The story of the movie quote in Apocalypse Now is where Charlie Don't Surf.
Charlie Don't Surf. All right.
You never saw Apocalypse Now?
No, I actually haven't.
Dude,
no.
you gotta watch it.
That's another one.
It's a good flick.
There's a lot. There for some reason, like I am like I've seen like a lot of movies, and I've seen like a lot of movies that like nobody else is like that are like cult or like not really well known, but there are a lot of glaring like big ones that I haven't seen. Like
well, and I can say
we could go down the list at some time, and you'd be shocked.
They're good movies in their own right. Okay, the fictional war movies, wartime movies.
Yeah.
But like you, I like the facts-based stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's what I think.
More so than those.
Band of Brothers.
Yeah, I haven't seen all of it.
Oh man, it's great, man.
There's another one, and I can't remember the name of it. There was a series. It was, I don't know if it was Gulf War or Afghanistan, but there was like I don't know how many seasons or how many episodes.
Generation Kill?
Yes.
Okay, that was the same guys who did Band of Brothers in the Pacific. They
Okay.
just did, yeah.
Yeah, Generation Kill.
That's the next one I need to watch out of like the same because
so there's a whole.
Yeah. Like, well, it's not like they're tied in or anything, but they're made by the same people. Yeah, they're all HBO.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the next one I got to get to.
That I didn't know.
Yeah.
Generation Kill. You haven't seen it?
I haven't seen it yet. I've seen like clips of it.
You're gonna dig it, man.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah,
I sat and watched it.
Yeah.
I had to pirate like the last episode or so of it.
I think it's on. If you want to watch it, or if you have Amazon Prime, it's on there.
Well, this was before streaming.
Or if you have HBO now,
this was well. I can't say there wasn't streaming, but
it was before it was mainstream.
Right. I watched it, and my stepdad actually had a DVD set of it, and I watched through it, and like the last disc was missing, which had a couple. So I had to go.
So-
Obviously, I torrented the shit on the spot. Got the last couple episodes.
That was slick.
Yeah, that was good, man. You got fire over there?
I got fire.
All right. So Generation Kill, Band of Brothers, and you said there's another one?
The Pacific. It's a World War II. It just focuses on the other major theater of war during World War II.
Okay.
Yeah. It's about Marines and that one focuses on Marines, where Band of Brothers was an army, but it was our Army Airborne.
Joshua, I'll say thank you for Aaron. He said wishing him luck on the job thing.
Oh, cool.
So I'm sure he'll say that too whenever he checks the chat.
Yeah.
If he does. He will. He always does.
Mm-hmm.
Not and we don't have too huge of a delay today, so
Rad. Since we were talking World War II, Battlefield 5. So
that's when it takes place in game.
Yeah, it's World War II. So do you want to start with my thoughts on the game now that it's released, or do you want me to start with the controversy?
Are you fighting Nazis?
It's World War II.
Dude,
although you don't see, like, there is not a swastika like anywhere near that
In the whole game?
No,
Right.
like no swastikas.
So let me say this: how Inglorious Bastards,
Mhm.
Brad Pitt and them.
Yeah.
How do they say Nazi?
Nazi.
Nazi. Dude, it's fucking,
Yeah.
that movie's
Nazi.
great.
Yeah. Well, only he says it that because he's from the South.
Right. And that big ass knife.
Mm-hmm.
Is it his knife? Does he use his knife or their knives to carve in the guy?
He uses his knife until the very end when he gets Colonel Hans Landa's knife, and then
Right.
he uses his knife.
On him.
No. He gives him his knife back, and he uses his knife at the end too.
Okay.
I think he mainly uses his knife.
Yeah,
That's
that
a good movie.
character.
That's a
Well,
good-
the movie's great, but
Good jam. Yeah.
that character he played,
Aldo Rain. Yeah.
fucking amazing.
Amazing.
Like probably my second favorite character of his, other than the Pikey from Snatch.
Yeah. He was a good. Yeah. I think we're on the same. Like we like the same
Yeah.
Brad Pitt movies. Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah. But anyway, so the controversy with Battlefield 5.
Battlefield 5. This is people on the internet bitching.
No, so you can actually pull it up if you want. There's like they had to release a PDF, like a graphic, because the release schedule is tiered. So if you look up Battlefield 5 release graph,
Oh, I can't even see what I'm typing over there. Release graph.
yeah, should be like blue, like a little orange.
Well, we got.
Go to images. Just do an image search.
I'm waiting on Edge, dude.
Oh, it's fucking Edge. Yeah.
I hate Edge.
Eh,
It gets you every time. But I can't.
oh,
What is beeping, man?
I don't know, man.
That was kind of creepy.
Yeah,
Okay.
kinda. Yeah.
Release date, trailers, news, release date, plot.
Just image search it, man.
Release graph image. Okay, I'm getting a bunch of pictures. Here, we'll do it like this. That'll help you out. There's what I'm getting, just a bunch of images.
Okay. It's not there. But anyways, so it has to release on like a tiered they have it on a tiered system. So
Tiered?
tiered. If you have Origin Access Premier, you could play it Thursday and you have access to the full game. If you have Origin Access Basic, you could play it then, but you only with the basic get a 10-hour trial. Then on Tuesday, it releases for anybody who got the digital deluxe version. Then,
Okay.
like a couple days later, it releases like for digital deluxe or something on like Xbox, or then like on PS4. Like it literally needs a graph to show you when you're getting your game.
What's wrong with just releasing the game?
Well, they're trying to pump up their subscription service. I bet. I mean, I bit because I really wanted to play it, and actually, I'm either doing like this, because you get discounts on games too with it. So I figured if I do the $15 for the game, I was going to buy the digital deluxe anyways to get it in early. That was $80. I spend 15. I use the discount to get just the regular game and get it for like 50 something. I end up getting all the same stuff as the digital deluxe, and I save $11. And I get to pay for it in two like chunks.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
But
But So I figured a way to game it, I think. But yeah, so
tiered releases.
well, it's their subscription service isn't bad if you want to play a bunch, like if you want to play through all the Mass Effect games.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like
That
they
makes
have
sense.
them. Like you get access to them. If you want to play through all the Battlefield games, you have access to them with all the DLC. Like, so for some people, I can see it working. You know?
Yeah, not me.
But I just wish they didn't do such a ridiculous release schedule. Yeah.
I don't know. Doing a tiered release, I understand it, and I understand.
And this started a few years ago with like out first exclusively on Xbox One, and then out a month later on like the other. You know, this has been coming.
Yeah, I get that, but I put that in the same category as loot chests. Like,
Yeah.
Stupid, don't do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's other ways to get your service in a more positive light and draw more people to it, and that's not fucking one of them.
No, I mean sell it on the games. Like like the amount of games you get to play for paying, it's like $15 a month or $100 a year. Like you will get, if you play games, you can get your money's worth and then some, and actually have it be cheaper than if you went and bought all those games. Yeah. Like
there's other ways to pull people in.
Yeah, sell it on that.
I don't know, man.
So the game, though.
Yeah, I got to hear about the game.
So I got in. I went, like, it was supposed to release Friday.
What was the last one we played together, so I know how far behind I am?
Battlefield 4.
Was it 4?
Yeah, you didn't get 1, and I don't think you got Hardline.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, so it would be Battlefield 4.
Which one is that? What when you're playing?
It's Modern Military.
Okay, yeah, that's the one I played.
Yep. Yeah, this one's set in World War II. So I thought I was just going to pre-download it Thursday, and I was like, it actually gave me the icon and stuff. So I clicked on it, and it gave me like the playable trailer where it's like cinematic, but like you jump in through bits of the cinematics and play. And I was like, oh, it's just going to let me play the trailer. Nope. People were playing. It let me in Thursday.
That's nuts.
Yep. So I've been playing since then. Day one, the servers were bad, and the drivers were bad. Friday, it was still When I was playing yesterday and today, it was running a lot better, really smooth.
Emergency.
Yeah. It does seem to be, though, a more demanding Battlefield title than previous ones. Like, right. I'm not getting it maxed out, and I have, like, a 1070. So, like, I have to tweak it, kind of.
Wow.
But I think... So they pushed the game back a month. I think it needs some more optimization.
Yeah,
Which, I mean, I already saw it happening in, like, the span of 3 days. So that's a good sign. But it's all, like I said, over 3 days, the performance has gotten better. Okay. So we'll see where that shakes out. The jury's out on that.
World War II. What's how's it open up? Like what?
So actually, it's like all the maps and stuff are like, it's mainly like the British versus Germans. It's real early World War II, like the German like Blitzkrieg. They're all battles from the Blitzkrieg mainly.
Okay.
Rotterdam is from Operation Market Garden, but that's further in the war. So like, but it's mainly focusing on British versus Germans early in the war.
All right.
Yeah.
Who are you? British?
Well, you play as either.
You can play as either.
There are war stories that like, so there's not a full blown single player campaign, but they're like little like.
Are they doing a campaign?
So with Battlefield 1, they started this where like they'll do war stories where you'll play like 3 missions and it's like a mini story arc. As like one guy, and then you'll jump to like another person in another place and play like 2 or 3 missions with them. So this one though does actually have like a German tank commander story. So you do play as the Germans for one of them. Yeah. So, but
I mean, I see it. I guess if you're gonna play war games, you can play all sides. That's only fair.
But I think I've seen like British forces. There was one that focused on a girl up in Norway. Then there was a French soldier, I think maybe Algeria. I think it was like French out during like the Algerian part, and then the tank commander. So I've seen those ones, and they plan on releasing more. And the battle royale for it isn't out yet either. That's coming in like a month or two, or like a couple months.
What is it?
Their battle royale.
Oh, on
Battlefield. There's one coming, yeah. Which actually, this is the battle. Because I like the gun mechanics more in Battlefield than I do in COD. So for me, this one I think is going to be my battle royale.
I'm googling something
Yeah,
here,
that's
trying
cool.
to find a name.
I'll keep rolling.
What no, there's see, I like some games. Like the Battlefield games that I've played are all right. And
You're not a COD guy.
Not
No.
really. Some stuff, yeah, I
See,
like.
I'm not like a COD. I was a COD. Well, I can get into COD.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm a COD guy.
Yeah, definitely not my main thing.
Yeah.
I'd but like Fallout.
Yeah.
I like that type stuff.
Did you hear about the mess with Fallout 76?
No, what happened?
So the beta came out, and apparently it's Rust, but in the Fallout world, but without the stakes and like nothing to do.
Oh, hold on.
And it's a buggy mess.
All right, so what is it now?
Fallout 76.
Yeah, that's the
The
I
new one,
know
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But it is Rust.
It's a survival game, but it's a survival game. When you die, you keep all of your stuff. So is it really a survival game?
Okay, so you start with nothing.
Yeah.
You gear up.
You gear up
Over time.
and you die.
You die, you get to keep your stuff.
Yeah, it's not a survival game. But it plays like it has all the other. So it's that one key mechanic of a survival game is what makes it a survival game.
Yes, it's what
Like,
keeps you going back and
yeah.
makes you rage quit too.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's missing the key element of what it's trying to do. And it's a buggy mess because Bethesda has only been known for, they've only done single player. They've never done a multiplayer game.
Yeah.
And it's the Fallout 4 engine, which wasn't designed to do multiplayer, trying to run multiplayer.
Not at all.
And it has weird stuff where like your frame rate is like your refresh rate is tied to like your frame rate is tied to like some like fucking thing that like makes your game break if your frame rate's too high. Like just weird stuff like that. And
Bethesda did that?
mm-hmm.
Wow.
It's in the Fallout 4 engine, but in a single player game it's easy to lock down a frame rate glitch, you know.
Right.
But in a multiplayer, no. So a bunch of people canceled their pre-orders after the beta went live.
Yeah, no.
And Bethesda basically like gave like a letter that said it was meant to be like it's a sandbox, create your own fun, but it was basically came off across like it's a buggy mess. You guys figure it out.
Yeah,
yeah, like
how are players ever going to figure it out?
Yeah.
They can't. They won't ever.
And
Ever.
somebody told me that, or I saw on Funhouse's news show that there's also a glitch, or there's also like the server does not check, since it's a single player game, like you can mod your files and the server doesn't have any check for it, so you can like edit your information going to the server, so you can be like there's no wall here, and then like walk through it, and then the server's like, well, I guess he's there, he got through there, okay, so you can like, it basically is like hacker like ready to go out of the box. Like there's like, you know what I mean? Like, because there aren't a multiplayer developer.
Wow.
Yeah. So I had like I didn't even have like a pass. I was neutral on Fallout 76 because I was like well, let's wait and see.
On, people.
And now I'm like, no.
Wow. Yeah. Bethesda, you made a great.
I think they bit off more than they could chew.
Yes. And fuck deadlines, man.
Yeah. If it's not ready,
if it's not ready, it's not ready. Move the fucking deadline.
Yeah. Well, people don't like moving don't set a deadline until it's close to being done.
Right.
Yeah. Like, how about that?
Right. Yeah. I don't know.
Well, it's because everybody feels like they have to make holiday sale.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. If your game's good enough and polished enough, you could release it in February, and next holiday it will still sell a bunch.
Yes.
Like,
yeah. You can release it anytime
if it's good enough,
and you will make.
And then
more
we'll say
money.
like you're like, but there's not enough buzz. Release a DLC or something around the holidays then.
Yeah.
To boost awareness about it.
Yeah,
and then you'll be like, oh, okay, or do a bundle or something with it. You know, there are ways, is what I'm saying.
Dude, you got to wonder. Like, I know the early access, DayZ thing.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I'm burnt on early access.
take the money and run.
The only early access game I will buy, like Raft. I bought Raft because I was like, it's like $15, and like I know it's not done. They seem to be working on it, but even if they don't, I got my I watched a video and I know I can get my $15 worth out of it.
Yeah.
I got like 40 hours of gameplay out of it.
Is DayZ, whoever's still working on that, are they claiming they're gonna keep improving it, or is it?
I mean, the guy who like the original developer, Dean Hall, he split like
Yeah.
a long time ago.
He's way out.
Yeah.
Who else was it? Oh, Bethesda. You guys did great with Skyrim.
Oh yeah.
And
and the other and Fallout 3 and
Yeah.
Fallout 4. You did great with those. Like, yep.
that you really dropped the ball by not figuring out multiplayer and making the original Skyrim multiplayer.
Well, and here's the thing. They obviously weren't ready.
Right.
Especially since we learned from Elder Scrolls Online being a flop.
Right.
Yeah, like...
Yeah. No, that and now 76.
And now 76. Like, they need to go back to the board on multiplayer if that's what they want to do.
Yeah.
They aren't ready for prime time, man.
No. But, I mean, is multiplayer games where it's at?
Yeah, it is. Like, I mean, there's like barely any single player like being developed these days.
I don't know, man, because I like campaign. I like single player experience.
I know you do.
I mean, that's always been my thing.
But that's not. It's probably not what's if the reason they're selling multiplayer is because that's what's selling.
Right. Right. Yeah, I don't know. I see there always being room for the single player, the campaign mode.
But it's as time goes on, it's slowly dried up.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll ever go away entirely, but
no.
You're just going to be probably catered to by more indie developers as we go forward.
Tell you what, there's some good
there are
games being made.
Do you want a good single player game that costs like $10?
What's that?
It seems like dumb? Papers, Please.
Papers, Please?
Yeah. You are a border inspection guy and you just check people's IDs, and then it gets more complicated with passports and work visas and stuff, and you have to make sure they're them, and
okay.
You gotta crank, and it's just a $10 fun game with a simple premise.
Okay.
But they do a lot with that simple premise. So
right.
You'd be, watch a YouTube video about it.
Yeah, I will. Yeah. I told you, but I'll tell people out there. I bought a copy for myself, so I no longer have to be around somebody to play with it. Kerbal Space Program.
You only got 5 minutes with it, though.
Yeah, I literally got it installed, got it fired up, and I'm like, all right, well, it's time to...
It got pulled away.
Yeah, well, it's time to go to sleep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I hope to, sometime this week, at least sit and play with that.
Mm-hmm. It's a fun game.
Yeah, I'm not going to do the where sandbox where everything's all unlocked. I'm actually going to try and play
progressive,
career
mode. Yeah,
yeah. That's I think that's
that's a good way to get into it. I did it that way because it starts small. It's like, oh, just get something this high. Okay, just get something this high. Okay, get your first satellite into orbit.
Right.
And then it slowly builds you up.
Well, there's other stuff you can do with the science too, and I understand this just from seeing it be played and from seeing somebody a few videos I watched on it when reviewing. See, I don't really pay attention to the video too much when I watch videos on games. I more or less looking at the experience, to review it for myself. And the fact that if you have your Kerbal in the capsule at the launch pad, you can write a report. And then if it's over in some other spot, you can write a report. If it's in the air, you can write a report in the ocean. And that all counts toward the science. That's, yeah.
Oh, yeah, to boost, just little stuff. You got to just keep moving that, move that ball just an inch at a time, man.
Yeah, move it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I hope to sit and play with that.
Yeah, it's fun. I mess around in the sandbox. It's fun to mess around in the sandbox too.
Yeah, I'm gonna do career first, and then when I'm bored with that, I'll go the other way.
Once you figure out the mechanics, then jump over to the sandbox.
I'm waiting for a new. I want that new Rust to come out.
Well, it's not Fallout 76.
It may be if you want to hack. Wow, what the fuck?
The next Rust thing, Escape from Tarkov was supposed to be like a Rustish type game.
That came out a while ago, didn't it?
It's still technically in beta. I played it a little bit. I mean, it's fucking unforgiving, and you need a squad. You need 4 dudes to play with. I don't recommend soloing it unless you're the shit. But yeah, because it's really if you do it on your own, it's really hard to learn.
What's that?
Escape from Tarkov. It's unforgiving. Squad up. It sucks though in that game because there's no HUD markers for your. There's no HUD. So, if you walk up to me and we're playing together,
right? I
have no way of telling if you're friendly or not, except the jump method or the crouch method.
Right.
I see somebody crouch, and then you didn't crouch, bang. So it's but I mean, like I said, if you can get into it, it looks fun.
I don't know. When there's vital.
And it's a shooting game.
Right.
It's a shooter.
When there's vital elements of a
And
game
it's a
missing.
slow shooter. It's not like
Yeah.
a quick-paced twitch shooter.
Yeah, nope.
And like real unforgiving. Like if your leg cracks, like if you get a broken leg, you're gonna be hobbling and real slow around until you patch that up. And you better make sure you got water and food.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, not for me, man.
Yeah.
Sorry. If there's vital shit missing or something just broken beyond repair for a game, I can't get into it.
What do you mean broken beyond repair?
Like just DayZ. That's one.
But what about Escape from Tarkov? Nothing I mentioned was broken beyond repair.
Not really broken beyond repair, but like no, you don't have any way of identifying people.
No, but it's meant to be that way. That's the thing. It's
I mean,
meant to be.
if that's the point of the
yeah,
game,
it is
okay.
the point. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'll give that a pass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if that's what you're trying to do. If you just accidentally do that and it's a huge problem, then yeah, I see.
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm saying. If there's stuff that they're not marketing.
No, their goal from the get go is like, we want to make the most unforgivable survival shooter we can.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
But like, you're not gonna put like jump scares in a Mario Brothers game.
No.
But jump scares are appropriate for Dead Space or
for Five Nights at Freddy's.
Right.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna put fucking 8-bit music and whatever, cartoony characters in a horror game or.
You should.
Yeah, I mean, depending. That could get
That's
interesting.
a good idea.
All right.
You shouldn't have said that live.
We're selling it here.
Yeah, we're selling here. Copyright, trademark. Bam,
Trademark,
bam.
man. I hope nobody commented. Nope. Okay. No more soon. That is about it. I did want to bring something up, and I'm currently looking for it.
Yeah. We'll wrap her up here. I say it's different. It feels like old times without Aaron.
Yeah, it does feel weird. He's that.
He's kind of the wacky morning radio host. It's been more like it's been more just like you and I actually just having a conversation, not too many quips.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Like us just discussing a topic.
He adds a good element. To it.
Yeah.
And we do bounce around like three people with ADD and ran out of Ritalin and Adderall whenever he's here. So
But
that's fine though.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying he brings more of a comedic relief out of us too. He's not just a comedic relief.
Oh, correct.
Yeah.
I wish if I can find a link. Oh boy, I will say it, and I'll try and pull it up over there in a minute. One of the shows that I watch on YouTube, and this is for anybody that might just want to know more about veterans or World War II stuff. And I don't know if he's talked to people other than that, but there's a guy named Josh Scott. He is on the YouTube channel Flight Test. He not on there a whole lot, but he started doing like a podcast where he talked to veterans.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe he talked to some World War II people. Like that's people's stories he was getting out. I was really trying to veteran stories with Josh Scott. That is a link that comes up.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look here. Okay. Josh, blah, 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 blah. To contact, no. Okay. So the contact for him, and I really want to find where he... Trash. This is an episode from another show. Let me pull it up if I can. You know what? I'm going to do the smart thing and pre-screen this so I don't get got live on the air. Okay.
You're gonna play his stuff?
No, I'm not going to play it. No, obviously, I'm just going to pull it up.
Just so people can see it. Yeah.
I hate every time I type on this keyboard or backspace. It's like I don't know what it's doing to the recorder. But
it's doing something.
Memoirs of WWII. Let's see if we can pull this up. Hopefully. Edge, you're going to be there for a moment so I know I can go back to doing something else.
Fucking, it's 25% faster.
Who comes up with these numbers and why are you lying to me in the first place? I'm not like your average moron. I am a computer guy. I fix these things, and I know it's not faster.
No. I mean, case in point, you just saw.
Yes.
Even Chrome, when it's having a sluggish day, don't take it anywhere near that long.
Okay, so let's pull this up. Hopefully this is the same link I got to it from a different source. If I need a new Chrome tab, I'm going to pull it up, dude. This is, like, excruciating. Watch the series now, and this is definitely not what I was talking about. So, let's go back. Back.
Riveting.
Yeah, I know, dude. This is failing epically.
Riveting.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go over here. Page loading, please wait, or click below to continue. All right, Edge.
Going into the recycling bin.
Yeah, I wish I could. I think if you uninstall Edge, doesn't it, like, break something?
Does it?
I don't know. You know what? Chrome's got my back.
Chrome's there. Chrome.
I will say, though, that we have got a lot going on right now.
Yeah, I think you're chugging your Celeron a little hard there, man.
No, it's actually the RAM.
Oh, it's the RAM.
Yeah, so let's try this again.
Or is it the internet?
It could be the internet, man. You got to figure we're streaming to one service, but it's streaming out. So that's theirs. It can't be. It could be the internet's just a piece of crap today.
Yeah.
I've had that happen. All right, here is the link, people. I know this is for a podcast about RC stuff and that, and you will see all that, but it's actually, there is a link here to his thing on Instagram, and that is specifically what I was talking about.
He's RC, so he's like the #1 fanboy of Cola.
No.
He's
third
rate Cola.
He's on like a flying RC models quadcopter type show, but he goes and talks to these people and lets them tell their story, whatever they want to talk about, questions, and interviews them.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the stuff I've listened to is great. I don't know how else to find him because we're not on a phone here, so I know that's primarily where I listen to everything, but this is his Instagram. And there's other stuff up there. Pictures, videos, him talking to people. Check it out if you want to hear more about World War II and some of these veterans here.
Or Dan Carlin if you want to hear about World War I or World War II.
What history?
Hardcore history.
Hardcore history. I almost said history on fire.
Yeah, that's a different. That's what is it?
Daniele
Bellelli.
Yeah,
something like that. He's got a real Italian name, dude.
Yeah,
he's a cool dude. Yeah, he's good too.
I recommend both them shows. They're both.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Great. Daniele Bellelli is
that's how you say it.
Inspired specifically from Dan Carlin.
Yeah. Yep.
Dan Carlin now puts on a great.
Oh, it's a production.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? He still releases them for free originally, but after so long, they go behind a paywall.
Yeah, but it's only like $1 or $2. It's not like a ridiculous paywall.
Right.
I think he said on that, he's like, I can only charge that because like his manager or something like, you got to charge more. He's like, dude, I'm competing with piracy. Like, that's all I can really charge.
I'm competing with a free model.
Yeah, like.
Yeah. Yeah, so, but no, whether you listen to Dan Carlin's stuff, Hardcore History, when it's free, or pay the $1, you're not paying too much.
No, dude. You can get like a 5-part series for like a 6-part. You can get like a 6-part series for under $10. Come on.
Wrath of the Khans.
My favorite was I forget what it was called. It's something for Armageddon, Battle for Armageddon, Countdown to Armageddon.
Mm-hmm.
The World War I one. That was fantastic.
Yeah,
that
amazing stuff.
Yeah.
Wrath of the Khans, Countdown to Armageddon.
I think the World War II one it's like Ostfront or something like that. It's about the Eastern Front of the European theater, like Germany versus Russia.
It's not all war stuff. It's history stuff.
It's history
too.
stuff too. Yeah.
So, if you want to know more about
why
history,
why the wars happened, and
Hardcore History by Dan Carlin. Check it out. Amazing show. I think we're gonna kill it there, man.
Yeah. We always kill the show with shilling other people's stuff.
That's all right though. I don't mind that.
All right.
We'll go back to our stuff for a moment. I don't even have our stuff pulled up.
That's fine. We showed them at the beginning. Something's playing.
Yeah, I know.
Something's playing. Nick. Close it.
Oh, that was loud.
Yeah, it was loud.
That was real loud.
Yeah, buddy. Sure was.
I didn't even click nothing. I just opened up the tab.
Mm-hmm.
So it means, you know what that means? I clicked a link that had something. I hate autoplay.
Autoplays, yeah. Well, that's one of the that's why I run ad block on pretty much everything.
I have ad block.
Yeah, so
but
it's sometimes, yeah.
Well, that happens to be a domain that is whitelisted.
Oh, okay.
But autoplay the simplest way you could do it and should do it is the little slider button right on the main web page. No matter what video from whatever you're watching, if you have autoplay on, it plays. If it's off, nobody's shit autoplays.
Mm-hmm.
Do it like YouTube does it, people. Get smart.
Yeah. All right.
With that being said, we're wrapping this shit. I need my control console. And just one other thing, a huge thank you. Past, present, future. People in service, thank you.
Thank you.
You're doing a job and doing shit that I could never do. You are appreciated. So, with that, let's wrap it.
This one's for you guys.
Yes. And also, audio episode coming where I get to talk to you about.
Yeah,
Don't
that
forget
one
about
too.
that.
Yeah,
we gotta shill our own stuff.
Yeah.
Have a good week, people.
Later on.